So have you ever wondered how many Primogems you can get for simply not polling for 300 days on Genshin? Well, I got some good news for you. I started this account back in August 2022, and I made a goal for myself, which was to reach 100,000 free-to-play Primogems on this account, so I can hopefully try and wish for a C6 5-star character for free. It's been a month since I last updated you guys on this account's progress, and last time, I managed to farm Primogems for 24 hours straight, and in that time frame, I got my Primogems count from 56,316 all the way up to 63,654. So I got around 7,000 Primogems in 24 hours, but that was not enough. You see, back when I first created this account, I also created a bet as well, which was for me to obtain my goal of 100,000 free-to-play Primogems before I reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I already lost this bet back in October, just 2 months after I started this account, and I won 100k Primos for C6 Sino live on Twitch, and miraculously got him with that amount. After that, I started another bet, stating if I don't reach the same goal before I reach 150k subscribers this time, I'll have to will an additional 100,000 Primogems on another account. By checking my current sub count, yes, I lost this bet again, so my wallet is gonna suffer soon. But I'm not sure which banner to pull for yet, so if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. So as someone that really hates losing, I'm starting another bet that I can win for sure. So if I don't complete my goal of 100,000 Primogems on this account, before my YouTube surpasses 200,000 subscribers, I'm going double or nothing. This time, I'll will 200,000 Primogems. So if you want to see me will, then subscribe. Hopefully this will create enough incentive for me though, to stop slacking and get my goal of 100,000 Primogems soon. Let's start out by completing some dailies, and see how much damage you can do. First, I went to defeat an Abyss Mage to prevent more evil from spreading. So I forgot to bring a pyro character with me, so I just pushed the Abyss Mage towards the torch to get rid of his shield. After that, I just overloaded them with Lisa. Next, I had to go and ruin some Helios' day by destroying their camp. Karma. Anyways, I defeated the enemies here and moved on to defend the LA line. I used Lisa to electrocharge the enemies and completed it without any issues. Lastly, I went to destroy a slime balloon near a river. It was a pretty tanky balloon though, so it took more than a couple of hits to break it. And afterwards, we returned to Catherine to collect our daily source of Primogems for the day. So over the past month on this account, I mostly just catch up with events and stayed up to date with dailies and farming in general. So I haven't done much exploration at all, but here's a quick rundown of it. I started this event in the desert, and basically just defeated a few enemies and collected some components. I mainly used my Hyper Bloom team to take care of them, so the enemies here weren't that hard. There were multiple parts as well, so we had to get through a few waves of enemies that spawned. Eventually, we also had to deal with a Wiener tail, and we had to use this turret to shoot through the tail. But yeah, that was how I completed this event and collected the Primogems. Back in version 3.6, there was also an event that I had to complete for Primogems, and most importantly, get a free character. This event was pretty fun though. We got to meet all the Sumeru characters in this event, with all of them playing a role in some way or another. The story was fun, and I got to explore the desert a little bit as well. After completing the event story, we had to go and complete all the mini-games as well, each being pretty unique and interesting while being pretty fun as well. They all rewarded me with some Primogems, so it was worth doing them in the end. The combat was pretty challenging, but thankfully my characters were all built enough to get through the hardest difficulty without any issues. After completing all the mini-games in this event, I was able to get my first animal character, Faruzan, as well. There was also another event in version 3.6 that I had to finish, where we moved along as Sorash to complete various tasks. The trials were pretty straightforward, and although the dialogue was a bit long at times, the event rewarded a good amount of Primogems, so we had to complete them. Since it's been a while, let's go over our game plan for this account. I've been slacking on a lot of exploration, so I still have a bunch of quests, and even a Sumeru Archon quest I haven't done yet, which will probably reward at least 10k Primogems after I'm done with them. So I'll probably start the Archon quest soon as well. With Genshin now on version 3.7, there are also new events I have to complete, so we'll also do that for the Primogem rewards. The Spiral Abyss is pretty hard for me, but with most of my character rosters built, I'll try and focus on maxing all of my characters as well, since I do have a few that aren't level up yet. My Jean will stay at level 1 for now though, since I still don't have plans to build her after I accidentally got her from the beginner's banner. Speaking of Jean, I went around Mondstadt and accidentally triggered a story quest. So I went to catch a cat. Oh, look at that skills. And went to help out Lisa as well. Afterwards, I went to transport a balloon and defended it from a few enemies along the way. I met Jean near the symbol of Mondstadt Hero and spoke with her a little bit before moving on and going into a domain. Wait, where did Abyss Mage go? Wait, what? I just saw it. What was it? What? What was that? We get to have Jean as a trial character, and I just use her to heal my characters. In the end of the domain, we get to beat up this Pyro Abyss Mage as well. And after that, we just clear the domain. We held a thank you party for Jean in the tavern, and spoke to Jean after that to end the story quest. Since we're currently on Genshin's version 3.7 update, I also went ahead and started the newest TCG event. We met a new character, Charlotte, in Mondstadt, and also went to help out a person from some treasure hoarders. We finished the first part of the story, and moved on to the event mini-games. We had a combat domain for this event as well, so I brought my trusty Hyperbloom team with me, and of course we just decimated everything we touched. Next, we also went ahead to complete this mechanical painting mini-game, and completed them pretty easily. Finally, there was another mini-game where we had to reach the destination within a given time limit. And after reaching the end, we just stamped to complete the trial. Since this is a TCG event, we had to play some TCG as well, against a few familiar faces. The decks were also a preset for us, so we just had to pick the characters we want to use to challenge them. And it was pretty fun. I know there are a lot of complaints about this event, but as someone that enjoyed the TCG game mode, I thought it was a pretty fun event overall. Next, I went to complete some domains and weekly farming in co-op. We went to farm the Husk and Ocean artifact domain, mainly to farm for artifacts for my Noelle and my healers. We had 2 healers here as well, so the domain was pretty easy for us to clear, and I even got this artifact as well. What? If only this was on my animal-only account. Anyways, after that, we went to challenge the Wolf Weekly boss. And since we fought it a bunch of times already, it was pretty easy for us. Next, we fought a Scaramouche Weekly boss in another co-op world, since I haven't unlocked it for myself. I farmed this boss mostly for Faruzan talent materials and a potential sword builder drop. And in co-op, this was a pretty straightforward fight. We ended the fight and received the drops. But yeah, even though my account was strong enough to clear most of the content by myself, I always enjoy co-oping with you guys, and I co-op every time I stream, so if you want to co-op with me, make sure to follow my Twitch and head on over to my live streams while I'm live. With co-ops out of the way, I headed to the Abyss to clear a few floors and also get some Primogems. Floor 9 was alright. I split my team up with the Hyperbloom team and the Burngeon combo, which did big damage against the enemies in the first chamber. The second chamber was a bit annoying, with a bunch of Helichos hiding on top of a pillar, so I just shot him down with Collei. On the other side, I used my Denzo team to bloom the Hydro Abyss's Mage's shields, and it was basically smooth sailing after that. Floor 9's chamber 3 had a bunch of fungi that I just knocked around with my Kaya. I also just froze them as well, and got rid of them that way. The final chamber only had 3 enemies in it, and with my Hyperbloom Burngeon team, I just erased them from existence. Whoa, they just disappeared. Next, I continue on to floor 10, and my journey to kill 1000 fungi enemies. In the second half, I had to fight the muscular bishops, so I just dealt with them slowly, before finally clearing the first half. The second half was pretty easy as well. I just bursted the 2 Kairagis, and after killing them both together, we picked the Eremites off one by one before completing the stage. Next, we had to deal with 2 electro enemies, and Xiangling's burst was able to take Sparky to half HP before we completed this floor. Lastly, we arrived at floor 10's final chamber, where we just unleashed all of our bursts and prayed for the best. We were able to freeze the enemies and just use normal attacks to defeat the rest. The second chamber had 3 for 3 mages, but they were not really cooperative. Stop! Where are you going? Come back! I had a few struggles with this chamber, especially since I kept on getting electro charge because of Barbara applying Hydro to ourselves. So this chamber was pretty tricky. But you know the old saying though, never give up until it's over, so this happened. After the Abyss, I took a peek at my Primogem count and saw this. Okay, can somebody do math for me? If I collect the 150 Primogem reward, will I get to 69696? So I'm trying to get 69,696 Primogems, just for the memes and a funny number. After doing some math, I realized this. How much Primos? You get 150. So I can't claim the other one. I can only claim 1. Yeah, I think that'll be too much. 300 will be too much, so I can only get 150 out, maybe? Okay, I'll do this though. So I'll claim this one. And now I have 5666. I need 100 more. So in order to get closer to our magic number, I decided to go do floor 11 of the Abyss. And it was actually not as bad as I thought. I went with my usual strategy of freezing enemies, and then basically bloom them all at the same time. This was actually pretty satisfying to see. The 2 Sparkies in the end were thick, but we repeated the same strategy and it worked out nicely. The second half had some Hydro mimics, but luckily I had Lisa, so I just electro charged all the enemies. I took advantage of my burst animations to avoid the mimics' attacks as well. I ran into some trouble against the Hydro Abyss mages though, because of one reason. But again, I'm still terrified of bubbles, so if you guys are building a divine ingenuity puzzle or like domain in the future, this is what I don't want to see. I don't want to break my keyboard again for tapping space button. Because not gonna lie, it did happen before, so I think it happened last year. Between me skipping dialogue for events and also tapping space to get out bubbles, my keyboard broke. It's coming again. Stop! No, don't. How are you not? Yeah, I do dislike bubbles. Well, after completing the first chamber, I just left the abyss. I collected a Primogems. I'm abandoning challenge. Okay. How many Primos do I have now? 6, 9, 1. I need 50 more. I don't think I can get 50 more. Maybe from achievements. I also claimed my achievements, only to realize that I had 69651. After that, I claimed another achievement, and we got very close. 69676. Okay, I need how many more? 20 more? Wait, yeah, 20 more. I also read my tutorial to get 1 Primo each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I need 10 more. Someone also suggested something. Get killed by a boar? Did I never get killed by a boar before? I decided to try this out. Let me just kill Jean real quick. Do 5 on G and then claim it. No! Well, I didn't mean to kill Jean, since I only wanted to get as low as possible to get bored to death. But this also works. Okay, let's go to the Liyue teleport. Oh. I actually didn't have the achievement. Okay. Well, how many do I get? 5. I only get 5 from that? I expected like 10. So, do I just go 5 and then claim the achievement from G? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 69691. And now I just... Oh, I have 5? Okay, whatever. I'll just claim 1 5 then. How a boar gave me 696 Primogems. So yeah, that's how a boar gave me 69,696 Primogems, making it so we're almost 70% of a way to our final goal of 100,000 Primogems. If you guys really want me to whale, or just like Genshin content like these, make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss out, as I have a bunch of new ideas and types of video I'm gonna do, so I'll see you in the next one.